Now, although consumers are becoming very aware of the skincare ingredients in their jars, just being generally aware of everything in the skincare world, there are some consumer habits that will never change. And in this video, I'm going to throw some light on some of those habits, and then you, as a skincare formulator, oh God, okay, that's it. I'll not do it again. As much as a lot of consumers are becoming very aware of their skincare products, what are in their skincare products, the ingredients, what they do, and all of that jazz, there are some consumer habits that can never change. And today I'm going to talk about some of those habits and how you, as a skincare brand or a skincare formulator, can make your production or create your products around these habits to continue or to start satisfying your customers. Now, the first habit that a skincare consumer will always carry with them is smelling the product. Your consumer will always smell your product, and the earlier you realize that this is a habit that will never go away, the better for you and your products. Now, if you're a skincare brand that do not pay a lot of attention to the smell of your products, you need to start doing that now, because the first interaction that your products get with your consumers or your proposed consumers is smelling the product. And consumers will always make judgments about your product based on the way it smells. Why are you making all that noise, Brian? Why? So make sure that the aroma of your skincare product suits your target market. And even if a product claims to be fragrance-free, the customer will always smell it just to be extra sure that that product is fragrance-free. So if you are not paying attention to your product, I always talk about your brand story. You have to create a brand story. Let your customers know what your brand is about so they know what to expect. Okay? The next consumer habit that is not going anywhere is performance. Now, for example, you are selling a body wash. Your consumer will always assume that your body wash should be foaming and lathering everywhere. And if that product is not lathering, they assume that that product is not efficient or it doesn't have any performance. Now, the lather of your skincare product has nothing to do with how much it cleanses your skin. And not a lot of skincare consumers understand this. So for you to satisfy your consumers, you have to create products that have high performance. High performance in the sense that the feel of the product is equal to what you have advertised, and so many other things that surround the performance of your product. High performance also will fall in the category of efficacy of your product. So if your product is not performing, and say for example, you advertise your product as a whitening skincare product, and the product is not giving them a whitening effect, they automatically lose interest. And if you're not educating your consumers properly for them to understand that, look, because I said this is whitening, it doesn't mean you will turn to an ivory complexion. No, you have to, find a way to pass these messages to your consumers so they actually know what to expect and not come and drag you on social media for scam. Because these days it's very easy to drag somebody and call somebody a scammer. Okay? Now, another perception that you cannot really change with your consumers is the viscosity of your product. Now, they believe that if the product is thick, the viscosity of the product is very thick, they assume that automatically that product has a high moisturizing property or hydrating effect. But the viscosity of your product has nothing to do with how much hydration the product gives you. So this is another thing that you have to look into. If you're creating products that are, they don't have the desired feel and effect. There are some products that when you glide it on your skin, it just goes on smooth and it's so velvety and all of that. And automatically the consumer believes that that product is very, very efficient. It is, it has high efficacy. The velvety feel of the product makes the product hydrating and all of that. You have to look into that as well if you're not paying attention there, because consumers believe that the thicker the product, the more hydrating it gets. So you also have to label your product appropriately if it's a cream or a lotion or a serum, because there are some serums that look like lotions and there are some lotions that look like serum. So you have to label your products appropriately so your consumers are not confused, and again, they don't go and drag you on social media. All right. Another habit that consumers just carry around is the fact that because a product is a wash-off product, it should be cheaper. But they are not understanding that as a skincare formulator, to create a high efficacy wash-off product involves you using high-end, ingredients that are very expensive. And, at the end of the day, you still have to package your skincare product or package your wash-off product in a larger container. Because it's a wash-off product that you use good amount of it, you're expected to package it in a larger container. And consumers just believe that since it's a wash-off product, it's supposed to be cheaper. But not understanding that as a skincare formulator, it is a serious challenge to create high efficacy wash-off products that are not that will give you the result that you're looking for and are within your price point and still has a good quantity for your consumers to get. Okay, so have it in mind that you need to be very, very careful and very, very innovative in creating your wash-off products so you can carry your customers along and not let down their expectations, if that makes sense. Now, the last one for today is your consumer will always over expect. What this means is your consumer will always expect that because I'm buying this product, it must work for me, forgetting that there are skincare products that may not work for everybody. And everybody's skin type, skin condition, undertone, and so many other things influence the results that you get. So be sure to explain to your skincare consumers, letting them know that the result that you get may differ depending on your skin condition, your color, your environment, your health, your lifestyle, and so many other things, your undertone, so many other things will influence how a skincare product works for you. So these and so many other things that skincare consumers carry around with them as a habit that they may not drop it. So you just have to learn to create your skincare products or skincare brand around these habits so you can continue to please your customers and give them the result that they want. I hope that you can't fly with this now. Wahala. Ignore that fly. If you're seeing it, please just ignore it. I hope that this video was somewhat useful or meaningful to you. And if it was, you're welcome. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey, Jesus. Finally.